Hello everybody, Miss Jackie Russell here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and if you are new, hello. And happy Monday to everybody. Hey, today is Course Mass Monday, and I am doing the peptide mask. This is a Korean mask. I tore off the top of it, and it's a Barulab, the clean vegan mask, and it's a peptide mask. And it's anti-wrinkle, so I thought, okay, let's get this out and get it going. And I got this out of the Balmy box, and so far it is excellent. It is filled with serum, and that is wonderful. And today we're going to have several little things. We're going to have our announcement of the Dollar Tree Train winner. 'Tis the season. We are going to have some friend mail, and we're going to learn a little bit about the first Thanksgiving. That's right. Do you want to know about it? I found it quite interesting. We're told so many things through history, but what really happened? Well, I guess we'll find out here in a moment. But I do want to start off with announcing my winner to the Dollar Tree Train. We had 12 channels in this collaboration, and do remember, and let's not forget Faye Blatcher. She was supposed to be on board this train, and of course she passed recently, unexpectedly. So please keep her family in your prayers, because I know they were extremely shocked of her passing. We had 12 channels, and they're all great channels, and you had to be subscribed to each channel. And the winner, for my Dollar Tree Train is Olga Campus. It's Olga Campus 7398. Olga, hey, congratulations, girl. I think this is the first time you've won from my channel. And Olga has been a subscriber of mine for a while, and I am so happy for you. And you have 48 hours to contact me at MissJackieRussell@yahoo.com, and I will get your winning package out to you as soon as possible. And it'll come like UPS, or USPS is how I send things out. And I'll give you a tracking number and everything. And of course, YouTube and or any brands that were shown in that particular giveaway are not affiliated. But I'm so happy for you. And for everyone else, there are 12 announcements. That was one of them. And some of them may have already announced, but be looking for announcements for the Dollar Tree winners from all 12 channels. And the 12 channels that were involved: Reviews with Sue, and Tracy and Chloe, Unboxing, Beauty, and More, Lori's Life, Blessed GMP, we have Mary Catherine Loves Cats, Wendy Jean, that's Unboxing with Wendy Jean, Life with Christine, we had Single Mom Review, Katie's Corner of the World, Nona's here, and we had a new channel, Crazy Mimi Yup. So be sure and go check out their channels in the next day or two for their winners. And I want to thank all the ladies that joined me for our last Dollar Tree run for 2024. And of course, we'll be out again next year sometime. I just don't have the date for that yet. But I'll be thinking probably around Valentine's. So be on the lookout for that next year. And of course, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving that's coming up here. And now we're going to go with our friend mail. I have several friend mails that I have received. And the first one that came was right here to Miss Jackie Russell. And this is from a fellow subscriber friend. And oh my, she has sent us a happy Thanksgiving card. Isn't that beautiful? Love that big colorful turkey and the pumpkins. And on the inside, she has a today's prayer. He who began a good work in you will perfect it until the day of Christ Jesus. Amen. Philippians 1:6. And she says, Miss Jackie and family, it has been a great pleasure watching you on YouTube, and thank you for the giveaway I won. I hope you and yours have a very blessed holiday season. A good friend, Sarah Watts. So Sarah Watts, and over here, sending you warm wishes on this fine day in November and hoping your Thanksgiving brings you joy you'll long remember. Happy Thanksgiving, Sarah Watts. So thank you very much, Sarah. That's a beautiful card, and it's by Heartline, a Hallmark card, and it's just beautiful. I love the fall colors on there, and I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And it was very sweet of you to send the card and the prayer card. I appreciate that oh so much. And Sarah does not have a channel that I'm aware of, but she is a great supporter of many channels. And I want you to know, Sarah, that we all appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here, watching our YouTube, and being a part of our community. Now, the next mail I received during the week, and I'm kind of doing this in the order that I remember that I got them. It's monstrously fun having you as a student. Happy Halloween. This is a leftover from Plush Bat Fan, but I do want to say that it was post-stamped November 16th, so I don't know if it got stuck in the mail somewhere, but it's Happy Halloween from Plush Bat Fan. Plush Bat Fan does have a channel, and you can go over and check him out. He has Hello Kitties on his channel. And speaking of Hello Kitties, yes, he sent us another Hello Kitty postcard. Look at that, from Holland. And it says, a warm summer wind keeps my friend very busy. I enjoy the view. And this is one of the Hello Kitty Everywhere Haiku postcards. Haiku postcards, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it looks like she might be in the Netherlands, right? So she's getting around. Thank you, Plush Bat Fan. Now, he does have Hello Kitty games on his channel, and they're cute little games and are learning tools, especially for kids. If you got small children, they'd probably enjoy watching these because it teaches instruments, words, just all kinds of different things, desserts, foods, and they're just fun little entertaining videos, and they're about 3 to 5 minutes long. So be sure and go over and check out Plush Bat Fan and let him know Miss Jackie Russell sent you over. And then I have another card here, and this one says Happy Holidays. So is this the beginning of the holiday cards? Well, let's find out. I love that sticker. Isn't that nice? Ooh, that looks good. I love hot chocolate with marshmallows. Oh, it's Christmas. And do you know what that means? Look at that card. Isn't it so cute? She knows I have puppies. To beautiful queen and family, merry wishes are headed your way. Love always, wavy like the ocean, Michelle. Well, thank you, Michelle. That is such a cool Christmas card. And we wish you and Milo and your family a happy Christmas and Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving. Now, Michelle is a great supporter of all of our channels as well, and many of you probably know her, but she also has an Instagram channel, Wavy Like the Ocean, on Instagram, and she shows all kinds of like Dollar Tree, I want to say store snapshots, so like whatever specials are going on with Dollar Tree, Dollar General. I don't know all the places that she shops, but she does post those things, and especially when there's great deals going on her Instagram. So go check out Wavy Like the Ocean, that's Michelle, on Instagram, and tell her Miss Jackie sent you. Tell her hello. Okay, guys, that's my friend mail, and Michelle, you are my first Christmas card, and Sarah, you are my second Thanksgiving card. Thank you very much. Yes, I think last week I had showed y'all that Erlene has sent a Thanksgiving card. And Erlene S. has a channel as well, so go and check her out. And support all these channels and our friends if they have things that they do on YouTube and our Instagram. And let's see here. The next thing that we're going to talk about is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And have you ever thought about the first Thanksgiving? Have you ever thought about what we're told? The narrative of the American Thanksgiving holiday is based on what has traditionally been considered the first Thanksgiving in 1621, celebrated by the English settlers who arrived on the Mayflower in 1620 and the indigenous people So is that the Indians who helped them learn to survive in the new homeland? It's an uplifting tale and shared across generations and woven into the history of the United States. But the real story is far more complicated and nuanced than most of us were taught in elementary school. The version downplays the truth about the violence and the oppression experienced by the indigenous people. And I guess they can't use Indians, I don't know. But anyway, at the hands of European colonists, experienced by the indigenous people at the hands of European colonists. So maybe, I don't know who it was. Let's find out. The familiar Thanksgiving story hinges on the romanticized idea that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans came together in harmony to celebrate bountiful harvest. Historical documentation from the era is limited, and the precise details of the now famous 1621 feast and the relationship between the two groups remain the subject of scholarly debate. Still, the foundation myth of the Pilgrims' first Thanksgiving continues to be central to the holiday narrative, each as historians strive to paint a more accurate and less idealized portrait. There are 5 myths around the origin of Thanksgiving. Now, myth number 1 is the first Thanksgiving was in 1621. The origin of Thanksgiving details how the Mayflower left Plymouth, England, in 1620 of September and arrived near Cape Cod 2 months later, after which time passengers established settlement at what is now called Plymouth, Massachusetts. Then in 1621, the settlers celebrated their first successful harvest with a 3-day feast that included the participation of the Wampanoag people, marking that we now consider the first Thanksgiving. However, days of Thanksgiving were held throughout the American colonies before 1621, such as the Pamphon Colony, Maine in 1607, Jamestown, Virginia in 1610, and with an emphasis on prayer, compared with the non-religious celebration of 1621. Now, myth number 2 is Thanksgiving has been an annual holiday ever since. Well, very little was written about the 1621 feast in Plymouth, leading historians to believe it was a one-time event with no particular lasting significance for the Plymouth colony settlers. In fact, the first attempt at establishing an annual Thanksgiving observation in the colonies began not in Massachusetts, but in Virginia in December 1619. A group of English settlers from the Bristol English arrived at Berkeley Hundred, later known as Berkeley Plantation, near the James River in Virginia. And according with their chapter, the settlers were to hold a day of thanksgiving to the Almighty God each year on that day of their arrival. But in 1622, the Powhatan people attacked the English settlement in resistance to the settlers' expansion and expression. The Berkeley Hundred was abandoned, and the history of Virginia's annual Thanksgiving tradition was largely forgotten. For the next 150 years, the Thanksgiving festivals were sporadic and regional. In 1789, President George Washington proclaimed Thursday, November 26, a day of public thanksgiving and prayer. But the tradition didn't stick with subsequent presidents. In fact, Thomas Jefferson felt it was a conflict of church and state to hold a day of prayer and thanksgiving. It wasn't until 1863, when President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed the last Thursday of November the day of Thanksgiving, that the tradition became a national holiday held each year. And then the next myth is the first settlers were called Pilgrims. The group of English colonists who settled in Massachusetts have become known as Pilgrims, but they were initially known by various other names. They referred to themselves as saints and were also separatists because they wanted to break from the Church of England. They were also called Old Comers and later Forefathers. It wasn't until sometime between 1630 and 1651 that Plymouth Colony Governor William Bradford used the term Pilgrims in his history book of Plymouth Plantation. drawing on an Old Testament reference to their religious devotion. It took some time for the Bradford's terminology to gain widespread acceptance, and the term pilgrim wasn't commonly used to refer to the group until the 19th century, during the bicentennial celebration of the colony's first founding in 1820. Daniel Webster called the settlers the Pilgrim Fathers, a name that eventually became the endearing label for the group. Another myth is the Pilgrims and the indigenous people were friends. While the traditional Thanksgiving narrative suggests that the Pilgrims extend an invitation to the local Native American people to join their feast as a gesture of friendship, there are no historical records to support that. We do not know that the Pilgrims arrived at Patuxent, the indigenous name of the area that became Plymouth Colony. They cultivated a mutually beneficial alliance with the Wampanoag people. The Wampanoag, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, wanted access to European weapons to defend themselves against their enemies, the Narragansetts, and the Pilgrims needed the help of the Native American people to survive the harsh Massachusetts winters. There is little documentation about the 1621 festival to explain why Wampanoag people were in attendance. We do know, however, that their chief mascot was there along with 90 men. Rather than a friendly gathering, the 3-day Thanksgiving festival in 1621 was likely a way to further support the alliance of the two groups. That alliance, however, deteriorated over time to the First Indian War, also called King Philip's War, in 1675. And in the next myth, and this is the last myth, they feasted on turkey, potatoes, and pie. We don't have a complete record of the food served at the Pilgrim 1621 feast. We do have some idea of what they may have eaten. We know from historical documents that there was some kind of wild fowl, which might have been wild turkey, but was more likely duck, geese, or even swan, along with 5 deer, brought by the Wampanoag chief mascot. I'm calling it mascot, but it's Massasoit. I don't know, Massasoit, and his men. Due to their proximity to the ocean, historians think the majority of the meat served at the 1621 feast was probably seafood, including mussels, clams, oysters, and other shellfish, as well as eel, cod, and bass. So wow, that's a big difference. With the assistance of the indigenous people, and maybe they use indigenous because they really don't know for sure who all was involved, the Pilgrims had learned to grow local vegetables such as beans, spinach, carrots, and corn. Once removed from the cob, boiled and pounded, the corn would have been served as porridge. Contemporary favorites such as mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes hadn't yet become a part of the Pilgrims' diet, and while they had pumpkins, they lacked the flour and sugar to make a proper pie. Settlers brought some provisions over from England, but it is unlikely there was much left at the time. Likewise, while the Wampanoag may have used cranberries to add tartness to their food, the lack of sugar likely meant no cranberry sauce. In fact, the first recipe for sweetened cranberry sauce didn't appear until the American Cookbook in 1796. So there's some myths about Thanksgiving. And what do you think about that? Now, I don't know that I knew much of any of that because in school, we're just pretty much taught to color pictures of the Indians and the Pilgrims with their hats on and everything. And they got a big old turkey dinner and all the fixings that we usually make. But apparently they didn't even have potatoes even around them at that time. Even sweet potatoes weren't known to be in that area. So very interesting to read some of this history. I come across these things and I just find them interesting. And I thought I would share it with you today. And, with Thanksgiving coming up and then with all the, celebrations that we have. And then to know George Washington instituted it, but then it went in and out. And Jefferson thought that it was, a conflict with church and state. And then later on, Abraham Lincoln just went ahead and made it official. the last Thursday of the month to be Thanksgiving and to be celebrated. And apparently it was first done for a lot of reasons, was thankfulness through the Christians there that had landed and were trying to break away from the Church of England. And, you know, I know we hear there was Quakers in the area. There was just all kinds of different bodies that were breaking away from the Church of England. But there were also the Indians there, American natives, and of course apparently some indigenous people that we might not really realize. I can't even remember that name, the Wapanos or something. I don't know. Anyway, you let me know. Did you know any of this? And did you know that they tried to do it in Virginia and that it kind of got forgotten? I didn't know that. So just lots of history facts that we can, learn. But that's what I had for today, and I thought with Thanksgiving coming up that would be appropriate. And this has been on for 20 minutes, and I'm going to take it off. And guys, this is great. And I don't know if y'all, want to use Balmy Box or think about Balmy Box, but I think they're having a Black Friday sale, and I think it's 20% off. And I got this out of the Balmy Box. You get great Korean beauty in the Balmy Box. And if you do want to get it, I'll try to remember to put that code. I want to say it's BF 2024, but I really don't remember. Boy, I hate to tell y'all the wrong thing and then it be something else. It saved 20%. I don't know how long it's good for. And the code is BBF 2024. So I guess Balmy Black Friday is probably what that stands for, but BBF 2024, and you can save 20% off your first box and our subscription. It says off your first box, so I don't know if that's only good for one box. I don't know, but I'm just telling you they have a Black Friday sale. So you can go check it out if it's something that you're interested in. I just can tell you that the Korean beauty, so far, all of it that I've used is just really good. And I haven't been disappointed in it. And I know I use other brands as well. But the things that I have used from them have just been really great. And I use their SPF creams or lotions all the time. And their mask, because they're just so great. But they have lots of other, beauty. I mean, there's just tons of beauty. And I use the Citronella. They have a lot of, like Madagascar products that are made from Madagascar and have the centella in it. Yeah, not Citronella, centella in it. And I use those cleansers and creams and oils that have that in it. So anyways, they got great products. But back to Thanksgiving. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I also want to let you know that I may be taking off most of this week. So you may not see much from me after Wednesday. I've got 2 videos that are going to be coming out. I've got a new product that you just have to see, and I'm hoping that'll come out tomorrow. It could come out Wednesday, but it's a very cool product, and it is something that you might want to use as a gift idea for the person that has everything, because this is something that everyone would probably like and probably don't have because it's new. And I can't wait to show that to you. And I'm going to have a Temu haul, and it's just going to be a variety of things from Temu. I can't even remember exactly what was in it. But it's a small Temu haul, but it's an effective Temu haul. So be sure and be on the lookout for that. And again, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Be sure and check my description for the I Won So Can You. That will end on the 28th. And I will probably announce the winner, I'm not sure, on that following, like next Monday, or I may announce it differently. So be looking through the community tabs, because I may do it that way too. But anyways, that's all I have today for Mass Monday. Thank you again, Plush Bat Fan, Sarah Watts, Michelle, Wavy Like the Ocean, for your cards and your postcards. I love them. Y'all are great. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate all my subscriber friends. And guys, just as a remembrance, hit the like button. It really makes a big difference. It's a simple little thing. When you turn on a video, just hit the like for everybody because it helps our algorithms. And of course, I love your comments and I like getting back with you. But anyways, I'm just rambling on. So let's end this. As for today, that's all I have. And as usual, I wish you all a blessed and happy day and happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.